When I was in Carolina, I was doing good financially. I had bought me a car, motorcycles, and I was working on buying a house. So when she had a baby daddy, every time I used to watch the son, she's like, yo, if I'm not his father, I can't discipline him. So I was like, man, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm going to the shelter to get, diapers for him. I'm doing everything for him. And when I used to do stuff for him, find out that she's sneaking with the baby daddy, I said, go give me some. She was like, I'm in a relationship. I said, I don't give a about that. You got a whole nigga in here. You making babies with this nigga in here.
Right.
I said, I've been watching your ass for a while now. My dick been getting hard. I had a terrible childhood.
Tell me about it.
My mom was getting abused for 8 years. Physically abused.
By her boyfriend?
Yeah.
Did anything ever happen? Did you ever end up getting any get back to this guy or anything like that?
Yeah.
What age?
Like when I was kind of more grown, like 24, I think.
And so what happened?
So one time I seen I went to go Carolina. My mom was like, oh, let me see your daughters. She ain't seen my kids in a while.
Right.
So I went to go over there, and I see my mom got a blood vessel.
What's up, YouTube? Back in the lab with KD for the summertime. And this time I got my hitters with. If you want to get this work, hit up at KD with the muscle on Instagram. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got my man out here today. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good today.
All right. So are you homeless?
Yeah.
Okay, and so how old are you?
I'm 31.
31, man. You look so young.
Just don't smoke.
You got that baby face, man.
I just don't smoke. I just don't smoke.
I can dig it. All right, so 31. And how long have you been homeless?
For a little minute, like a couple of months.
How many months?
About like 12 months so far.
So almost like a year?
Yeah.
Okay, so about a year. So, I mean, what was it that happened a year ago that caused you to become homeless?
I lost my job. I got in a car crash. So when I got in a car crash, I lost my job. I lost my apartment. I was working at the airport, and I was working at FedEx because when I lost my transportation, I came from Miami. I thought, the bus, basically the bus transportation down here was good, but apparently it wasn't. So I kept missing like days, being late.
Like okay, being in the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of fucked up my leg a little bit.
You got into a car accident?
Yeah. I know it might not look like much, but it swells, and like when it's swelling and everything, I can't do anything.
Okay. All right, so that happened about a year ago.
Yeah.
And then basically that made your finances go shaky, and
Yeah.
then out of the apartment, no vehicle, all that
pretty
stuff.
much.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
I have 3.
3? How
Yeah.
old?
I got one that's 10, one that's 7, and one that's 5.
Okay, and so who do they? Same mom or different moms?
Different moms.
Different moms. How many?
Just 2.
2. Okay. And so who do the kids live with?
2, they stay with my family in Orlando, and 1 stay in North Carolina.
With the mom?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and so have you ever been married?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, which mom was that?
That was my daughter's mother.
Okay, so I'm imagining you had 2 with the first baby mom?
No, I had one with I had son by her.
Okay.
And then I had 2 with my my ex-wife.
Okay. 2 with the ex-wife. How old are they again?
5 and 7.
5 and 7. Okay, and the other one's 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to sound bad, but I forgot the ages. I just
No. It's all good. It's all good. All right. I hear his accent. Where's this accent from?
Detroit. I'm Jamaican too.
Okay, that's why I'm hearing some Caribbean in there or something. And okay, we're gonna get to that Detroit part. All right. Okay. All right. So that happened about a year ago. And that was here in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay. And so the kids, they live in Orlando. So at any point did they live with you, or?
I mean, at one point when I was married with my ex-wife.
Right. Then y'all was a family unit and everything else. All right. And so when did y'all get divorced?
Kind of like
you're 31 now. How old were you?
21. I got married at 21.
Okay, so you got married at 21.
Yeah.
You're 31 now, so you got married 10 years ago, 2014.
I was married for 9 years.
Okay, well about 7 years, right? 2014 to 2021. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so you was married 7 years.
No, wait, it was 9 years because we got married at an early age, back in North Carolina. So when we got married, it was like 2017. We stayed married to prolong to 2021, and I filed for divorce pretty much after that.
Well, yeah, but 2017 to 2021, that's 4 years.
Yeah. I didn't know the time, but it just felt like hell for me. I'm gonna be honest. It's just,
so your time might be off. All right, I get it. But the point is, so y'all got married in 2017, got divorced in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, so you was married officially for 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so So as far as it goes, what was it that caused the relationship to dissolve?
Badass kids, man. What? When I was in Carolina, I was doing good financially. I had bought me a car, motorcycles, and I was working on buying a house. So when she had a baby daddy, every time I used to watch the son, she's like, yo, if I'm not his father, I can't discipline him. So I was like, man, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm going to the shelter to get, diapers for him. I'm doing everything for him. And when I used to do stuff for him, find out that she's sneaking with the baby daddy because the son did not like the mom or the dad. So when he was younger.
So wait, so hold on. Let me back this up. Let me back this up. Okay.
So like I was saying, like the kid was just bad.
So hold on. Okay, so let's pause this. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had got with your ex-wife. Okay. Yeah. At that point, you had a child. How many kids did she have?
She had just one.
One. How old was so your child at the time?
Was the same age.
What up, boy?
My son and her son was the same age.
Same age. And how old was that when y'all got together?
When he was like a couple of months.
Couple months?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So both of y'all fresh out of relationships.
Yeah. And
fresh out of situations.
I was completely done with my situation. So I said, me and her been on and off.
Was your baby mama in the area, in the vicinity?
Nah.
So she was in another state?
I mean, she was in North Carolina, but she was in a different part
far
of
away.
Carolina.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But her baby daddy was close.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all got together.
Pretty much.
And so essentially
we was cool at first.
Well, of course. That's how it always
we was cool at first. So we was dating, everything was good. Then I kept seeing certain stuff.
So hold on, how long did y'all date before y'all got married?
We dated for a minute, like high school sweethearts.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Well, right, but y'all had got with other people and had babies.
We like when we got to arguing, we just took a break from each other. She got pregnant within that time. She took a break, and I got a female pregnant around that time. I took a break, and when that happened, we was like, you know what? I was wrong when we did, how we broke apart, and then we got back together.
Oh shit!
I know that sounds weird. I know.
No, it doesn't. I mean, sounds like the normal situation. Like, so y'all was together. She ended up having the baby with this dude. You ended up having the baby, so y'all called it all fair square.
Yeah. It was like, look, you did your thing, I did my thing. The thing about God was it was so crazy. They was the same age.
Who?
My son and her son.
Right. So it's like it kind of was like fate almost. Okay, I get it. Okay. Long story short, y'all get back together, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long? But after y'all got back together with, now she's got a baby, how long was it before y'all got married? How old was her son when y'all got married?
When we got married, he was about 5.
Okay, so y'all was together 5 years.
Yeah.
So when did you find out that she was screwing her baby daddy?
My younger brother, before he passed, he was like, when he came over to the house we living together, he started seeing certain stuff, like God stuff. And I was like, man, and I was a simp back then, so I believed anything that she said. She used to see socks, and she would say, oh, I was a dummy then. I was love blind. I was like, man, I'm just happy to be back with you.
But how old, say, was the kid? So you guys got married when the kid was 5.
Yeah.
Right? How old was the kid when your brother was giving you these warnings?
I think 2. It was 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, so she had been screwing her baby daddy for years.
Yeah.
By the time y'all got married.
Yeah.
Okay. Was she still screwing her baby daddy after y'all was married?
Nah, we moved to Miami.
Okay, so you moved her out of state.
Yeah, we went back.
Like she wouldn't have no.
Yeah.
Did you find out that she was screwing the baby daddy before you married her?
After we started going through the divorce, the baby daddy mom used to come and was like, oh, she used to call every time you guys get in an argument with each other. She used to say such and such. She used to come over there, and then the baby daddy came and I choked him out. So after I choked him out, I was like, look, man, either you take your badass kid or you y'all watch them together. Just leave me alone. That's about the time she got pregnant with my first daughter. So when she got pregnant with my first daughter, I was stepping out. I was like, look, man, I'm getting tired of the cheating and shit. So I stepped out and I told her about it. And she thought, she started crying, like hysterically crying and everything. And I was like, look, man, I just don't do the baby daddy stuff. Like, I left my old situation with my child mother, thinking that you would be different, but she was never different.
So, okay. While y'all were married, was she screwing? Okay, so y'all were married the whole time in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. But according to the mom, was she still screwing the baby daddy while y'all were married?
Apparently so. That's what the.
How was she like?
No, when
taking
we went to go visit Carolina.
Okay, then she would take little duck offs and stuff like that.
Type shit.
Ooh. Was she dickmatized by him?
No. It's just like She always said that was her first baby daddy type shit.
Okay, are you still not seeing that?
No, I mean, I get what you're saying.
You was old girl's first baby daddy, but that don't mean that you was getting the smash and do this and that.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. My first baby mom, she had a baby dad.
Right.
I pulled a gun out on him. I made him run out the house. I was like, look, man.
Was you the first baby dad for her?
No, second.
Okay, you was the second. Okay.
Yeah, but I was a second baby dad with motion because I was working a lot. So when he popped up at the house and my baby mom was like, hey, he at the door, you gotta hide. And you know, back then I was way more quick tempered. Right. So I pulled my gun out and I hid behind the door. It was like, oh, where you at in here? Where you at in there? And I pulled out. I had a stick. Right. I said, what's up? What you trying to do? I said, what you trying to do?
I say, I'm right here.
He said,
here I go.
He was like, you think you're a man with a gun? I said, damn right. I said, what you trying to do? I lost my uncle to some same shit like that. My uncle, he died because he was messing with a woman with a kid. And it turned out, she said the mother that he was messing with, he tried to be everything for the kids. Turns out she was like, oh, I'm not messing with my baby dad. Then one time, the guy came in there and killed him. Whew. So I was like,
you was already on some.
I was like, nah,
that
I
ain't
going
gonna be
for that.
me.
I'm not going for that.
Yeah.
So when my dad was married multiple times, and I used to be always, when I was growing up, I used to always fear of being a simp, if that makes sense. Of
no,
being like
100%,
weak.
yeah.
My dad went through 5 divorces, and I used to hear that saying, what the Bible was saying, like, sins of a father will follow the son. So I was like, after my first divorce, I'm not getting married again. I'm not getting married again.
So you red pill now.
Yeah.
You red pill now.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe in love. It's just, I try my best to be with some women.
Red pill doesn't mean you don't believe in love. It means that you accept women's nature for what it is.
Pretty much.
Right? And you're not blind to it.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay. So, hold on. So, because I'm trying to tie all this into how you got here, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, all right. So, she was smashing her baby dad. Yeah. When you found this information out, did you confront her with this?
No, I started cheating.
Okay, so did it come out at some point?
When she found out I was fucking other women, she was like, "Oh, you was doing this, you fucking other women," and you know, I'm the type of guy where I want you to know what I'm doing.
Right. So you want her to find out.
I want her to
just
find out.
So that it can come out. Right.
And stuff, so she can say, "Oh, why are you doing this? You cheating?" And I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute. I was watching your son this month. I was watching your son woke up in the morning at the homeless shelter picking up diapers for him and stuff like that."
So why was y'all having to go to the homeless shelter to pick up diapers?
Because we was going through Section 8
Okay,
problem.
so going through financial stuff. Okay, yeah. I get you. Okay, so what I'm saying, when you confronted her, when y'all finally had to confront it, what was that confrontation like?
He was mad. We kind of started tussling. I ain't no woman beater and shit. I just picked her ass up and I was like, "Look, you did that. You stand on that."
You was right. You was pretty upset about that.
Yeah, I was upset.
What did she have to say about that?
She was crying. She's like, "I'm gonna kill myself," and I was like, "Look, you did that. Stand on your shit." I was like, "Look, your baby daddy." I was like, "Look, whatever it is, just let me be there for my daughters, and you do whatever you want."
Well, right, because I got a couple pointed questions, right? So
yeah,
how has your involvement been with your first child?
Nah, I don't deal with him at all.
So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, at first, when I lost my brother, when he passed, they laughed at me. I tried to see my son, they laughed at me. Her and her new man, they laughed at me. I was just
dang, they laughed?
They laughed at me, and in a minute, I remember when I was in jail, she was 9 months pregnant. She fucked the first baby daddy. When I put a gun, the same baby daddy I put a gun on, and he got on the phone, "You would never see your son. That's why your son would be calling me daddy," and shit like that.
So they hit you with all that?
So they hit me with that. She kept him away for a couple of years, for like 3 to 4 years.
Right.
So I was like, "Look, man, only time you hit me up is when his finances for him. But when I'm just need to see him for my well-being, you ain't let me see him."
Right.
So I was like, "Man," I said, "why do you always want to hit me up when I got money or I'm taking trips or I'm trying to date someone else? Then you tell me I'll pick up your son." It don't work like that. Like I told my mom, I said, my mom told me to help pay a water bill because she's my child mother. So I did it. And I remember what my younger brother said. He said, "I sound like a simp." He said, "Why would you pay for a woman water bill and she got a whole nigga in there?"
Yeah.
So I said, next time.
Well, the reason why is because your son lives there.
No,
did she have custody of your son?
She had custody of my son, but she had different kids.
No, I get it, but your son also lives there.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if it's a water bill, Yeah, if it's like, you know, not like hundreds of dollars.
It was hundreds of dollars.
It was hundreds of dollars.
I mean, I get what you're saying. If it was like $80, or I don't mind paying it, but it was like $250.
I still say that you got to kind of do what you got to do for your kid. And because here's the thing, your kid didn't ask to be here. You got that nut.
Facts.
That was you. All up in the good stuff.
Facts.
All right.
Facts.
And so your kid didn't ask to be here. Whatever the circumstances are, I feel like at 31, it's my obligation to tell you, you're supposed to fight for that.
And for a couple of 5 years, me and my mom fought for it. We fought for years.
Court?
No, we
Court. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't want to be on child support.
Well, that's what you got. You got to eat that. You got to eat that, especially if you ain't making a whole lot of money at the time. It's not like they're gonna hit you up for a whole lot of money.
She did this after I was still in the street. So when she did that, I was already
in arrears type deal.
Yeah, I was behind. You know.
I get it, man, but man, like, listen, your kid deserves and wants to be a part of your life. Trust me. Yeah. No matter what poison they're putting in, that stuff never sticks.
Pretty much.
They always grow up and they want to know their other biological half. And they're going to want to know why you didn't fight more or harder.
I ain't going to lie. 5 years, I was emotionally drained. They kept,
and I can understand that.
After
listen, for your mental health, I get that you've got to kind of, if it's just too much, you got to kind of, you know, ease off the gas a little bit.
And they was laughing.
Yeah,
they made jokes about it.
Yeah, no, that's
and I was like, I tried to, you know, okay, maybe try to forgive, but I love my brother like this. Yeah. So when I lost him, he was my rock. No homo. He was like my best friend, my everything.
No, I got a younger brother that's like that too.
So when they made fun of it, I cried. Like, I tried to kill myself. That's how bad it hurt me.
Yeah.
So when I was going through them type of mental issues, I was like facing really depressing real bad. So every October, I get really depressed. I drink a lot and I just can't control my depression. So when they made fun of that for like 5 years, 5 to 6 years, and I tried to see my son.
I could dig it, man. I could dig it like that. I can see how that will definitely cause some real barriers to you having a relationship with your son.
When I tried to see my son, they got on Facebook, oh, he's crying about his dead brother. And they was like, oh, I'm the pappy of that baby. I said, look, just let me see my son. I don't give a fuck what you're saying.
I don't know why guys think that that's a badge of honor.
What?
I'm your son's dad. That's like it's not a badge of honor.
No, I was just saying. Just
I'm talking about the guy.
Yeah.
The guy, I'm talking about the guy that's talking about, I'm the dad of this son and all this stuff. That's not a badge of honor to sit there and brag about keeping another man out of his life, out of his son's life. That's not something to brag about.
So when she did that, I still had my gun. She was like, oh, I can't tell you where I live. You're going to kill him. I said, damn right, because it's like, I said, look, I don't do the social media shit. If I find out where you at, I'm going to make you lose your Section 8. I'm going to kill him. And she knew she every time she talked that shit on Facebook, and then she go run and hide behind people. So when I finally found her, she was dating a guy that was doing drugs. He got so high, he let my son.
This was a different guy?
Yeah.
Then the guy that used to be talking on Facebook?
I did a hex on him. So the first baby dad was like, oh, you would never see your son. You know, I did channeling. I did a little voodoo.
Okay.
So I did a hex on him. I was like, man, like I did like a hate, like channeling.
Okay.
So I seen a picture and I was like, I wish something bad, extremely happened to him. I wish he would never see his daughter. A couple months after I did that, he got locked up for attempted murder, Confederate, fake money, robbery, and all that shit. And
so you be doing hexes, so... Okay, so
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, so
when he called, so when me and my baby mom, she thought we was cool. I went over there. I said, oh, where's Cedric? I thought he said he was gonna be a part of his daughter's life, and it was like, you can't say that to his daughter. She doesn't know where he's at. She thinks that he's working. I said, no, your daddy's locked up, baby. He ain't coming home for a while.
Now listen, hold on now. Listen, I know that you wasn't.
Nah.
No. Now hold on now. I know that you wasn't feeling the situation, but that's not cool to abuse a little girl like that.
No, that man.
No, listen. I don't care what he's done.
Yeah.
That little girl didn't ask to be here, and she's an innocent little girl. And I get that you was trying to. I get that you was.
That little girl was saying a lot of comments.
Listen, she's a little girl.
She was about like 10.
Okay.
Now she's about 15.
Well,
that little girl was like, oh, that's why you ain't gonna see your son either. That's why I'm gonna keep him away from him. So when I see him, the first thing, you not his real father. That's what little girls used to say. And she's like, oh, I thought like you. She's a little girl. I was just, maybe she just, tried
so
to.
she was being grown, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So I was like, man,
I get it. No. Little girls got to not be grown. And that's on the parents to make sure that little girls don't be grown.
Pretty much.
Because once you be grown stuff happens.
So I was trying to be kind in the whole situation. Like I try to be, before I be like this, I try to be kind. I'm like, look, man, Michelle, control your daughter. Cedric, please get her to stop saying that. Fuck you, Montez. It is what it is. And I said, okay. And I washed my hands with it because I was still hurting. I was still grieving. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go do a hex. Next thing you know, he got locked up. And the first thing I called, I said, where your baby daddy at? and I told the little girl, I said, damn, your dad is gone for a while. And she started crying. I said, oh, it's not funny now. And she was like, you can't do that. I was like, wait a minute. When I was at my lowest point in my life, you guys made fun of that. You guys start humor of it. So now it's stuff changed.
Now the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah, now it's not funny no more.
Yeah,
so she got a new man. The new man is a drug addict. He got so high when he was watching my son, he let my son walk out the house butt naked with a diaper on during the snow time in North Carolina. So I was like,
was
damn.
this on the news or something?
The CPS. I called CPS.
Okay.
So when I called CPS, he kept trying to hide her address. Because CPS did, what's that, when CPS get involved and they go do a home study?
Yeah.
They know they smell weed, they see a felony guy in there.
Right.
I'm gonna get custody.
Right.
And she kept hiding her address. So when I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm not letting you control my life anymore. I'm not sending no more money. She just hit me up and was like, oh, can you pay my water bill again? I said, go give me some pussy. She was like, I'm in a relationship. I said, I don't give a fuck about that. You got a whole nigga in here. You making babies with this nigga in here. I said, I've been watching your ass for a while now. My dick been getting hard. I said, just give me some pussy. Just suck my dick or something. She was like, oh, you disrespectful. My mom called. Like, why did you say that to her? I said, you don't understand anything what me and her going through. I said, she was like, oh, that man is taking care of your son. I said, he's taking care of my son because he has nowhere to go. You get what I'm saying?
He's homeless.
I said, he's homeless, so he's going to stay anywhere.
Right.
He's going to pretend anything.
Right.
But I told her, I said, don't get in the way of me and my baby mama relationship. But I told her, I said, look, if she ain't sucking my dick, I ain't paying no water bill. I said, that just makes no sense for you to have 5 additional kids.
I mean, like, at the end of the day, man, whoever's getting the honey needs to be putting up the money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's kind of the bottom line.
That's type shit. So when I went over there, I said, I'm going to go take my son to Disney World. She thought I was a sip. She was like, oh, you're going to take all of us to Disney World because I was making $10,000 a week in Miami. Okay. Because I work at Live and I did a lot of events with Rick Ross and a lot of big time celebrities.
Okay, so you was making a little change at that point,
So I was
right?
like, and then, but I was feeling myself. So she was like, oh, we all going to Disney World. You ain't just going to take him. I said, you know what? That's fine. But I want you to fuck me in front of him. And she was like, no, I can't do that. You toxic. I said, it just don't make no sense then. Why would you ask me to do something that dumb?
Right.
And pretty much she got mad. So I left her alone.
Okay.
And when I had my daughters, like my baby mom used to, oh, this is my son, you can't discipline him.
Right.
And every time we got an argument, I go middle of the night, I pack my daughter's stuff up, and we just run away for a couple of days. I go to a hotel.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't accept that anyway. Like, if you're the man of the house, if you're paying bills, if you're handling your business, you can discipline anybody in the house. I don't play by those rules. I'm the king of my castle, no matter who's in there. So, all right. So, wow, that's a lot, man. So, real quick, where you from?
I'm originally from Detroit, but I was raised in Miami pretty much.
Okay, man. What up, though? Shout out to Detroit, man.
What's up,
definitely.
What up, though?
Yes, sir. And so, all right. So, growing up in Detroit, you have both mom and dad in the household?
No, just
mom? Okay. Do you know dad? Or?
When I met my dad, he was a blabbering drunk.
Okay.
He was just,
how old were you?
I was like 14.
14? How was that experience for you? Like, what effect do you think?
I hated him at first, but then I realized how fucked up he was, like mentally and physically. I
had a little bit of empathy for him?
Yeah, I was like, man, I couldn't believe how much I felt sorry for him.
I get it.
I remember his mom, when I first went back to Detroit, and she was like, don't worry about your dad. She said, when I was young, she said something so powerful, like a powerful gospel message. And it hurt me, because my dad's side of the family didn't tell me shit when she passed. And when I got older, I realized what she meant, and that's why I forgave him. At first, I used to hate my dad for years.
I could imagine. I mean, so growing up, without your dad in the house, Would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood?
I had a terrible childhood.
Tell me about it.
My mom was getting abused for 8 years, physically abused.
By her boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had to grow up with that. Did you have brothers and sisters?
I have 9 siblings.
9 siblings? How many of them did you grow up in the house with?
I grew up with 3.
3? Where were you in the birth order?
I'm a knee baby.
Okay, so you was the knee baby. And so all of the kids was growing up, I guess, in this environment.
Yeah.
What effect do you think that had on you?
It kinda, you can say, made me a little quick temper crazy a little bit. I'm not saying I'm like no John Gacy or anything like that. It bothered me because when she was getting physically abused, just say this is my room and her room is right here.
Right.
So we were so close to the room, just say if a pin drop, we hear it.
Right.
So me and my younger brother and my older brother, we shared a room, we shared bunk beds. Every time he abused her, we can hear fighting. We hear like fists. And
right.
We hear whimpering, we hear crying.
Right.
And one day, I was like really, really small when I was younger. So I used to eat a lot to get bigger.
Right.
Yeah, I used to get bullied and stuff like that. So my mom, what she used to be with her boyfriend. She put a boyfriend before us. She was like, oh, I'm taking care of these grown ass kids. So every time, we used to hear abuse and stuff like that, she always sided with him. So my older brother finally got tired of him putting his son with my mom. He defended himself, but my brother got his ass whooped by him because we were still kids. Mm-hmm. So the thing about me was I don't forgive. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I might forgive, but I don't. I basically don't forget. So when my brother got older, he tried to fight him. My brother got his ass beat. For years, I'm dealing with verbal abuse, mental abuse. They used to try to say I had ADD. They try to say I had some type of mental deficiency. Mm-hmm. So that was another reason why I went to Miami. So because
what age did you go to Miami?
I went to Miami about I think 20. I forgot exactly what age.
Okay, so you was an adult when you went to Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. So growing up like this, did anything ever happen? Did you ever end up getting any get back to this guy or anything like that?
Yeah.
What age?
I like when I was kind of more grown, like 24, I think.
And so what happened?
So one time I went to go Carolina. My mom was like, oh, let me see your daughters. She ain't seen my kids in a while.
Right.
So I went to go over there and I see my mom got a blood vessel. And and my family, when I got locked up, they started seeing some stuff that I'm doing in the streets. Right. So they was like, oh, he's more dangerous now.
And then what we know, what we remember, right?
We used to think that he was just sweet and blabbing idiot.
Right.
So and then my sister like, look, felt him hit mom in the eye. She broke her blood vessel in the eye. Mm-hmm. Relax. Right. And I said, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Right. You was chill, right?
And I said, hey, mom, let me see your eye, baby. My mom was like, look. Me and Fred was just play fighting and stuff like that, and he was scared because when I was younger, I was getting bullied a lot. But the minute I got with my deceased brother, we started being in the streets. Right. And people started hearing how violent I was. Right. So he was like, look, Montez, it's not like that. It's okay. Just let me talk to you. And I said, what happened to my mom? Why? We was just play fighting and stuff like that. So when he said that shit, I pushed him, and I started whooping his ass. I
unleashed on him, basically.
Yeah, I gave him a black eye. I swelled up his face and everything. And my nephew, what fucked up about my family was my nephew sided with him. It was like, oh, you're not such and such. You're not even a part of this family. So I said, you know what? I took that with stride. So I moved. I stopped dealing with my family because every time I was like, only time I really hear from you motherfuckers is when there's finances involved. But when when I'm doing good in the streets illegally, I have everybody, oh, you doing a great job, you doing this. But when I'm fucked up for real, I don't have no help. I don't have no sympathy.
Ain't nobody there, yeah.
Pretty much when I'm with them, oh, they know I'm a type of get money person. So they be like, oh, what you doing this time? What you doing? I see you making moves. I see you doing this. I see him doing that. But it's like nobody really asking me about how my well-being is doing. I still suffer from it. I
could tell. I mean, the fact that I let people talk because people tend to talk about what they need to get out.
Yeah. And
so obviously you needed to talk about that. You needed to get that out, right? We're going on 30 minutes. So I'm gonna cut it right here, man. But I'm gonna talk to you in a second. We're gonna do another part of this because I want to hear some of these street tales.
I got you.
All right. So if anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Here's my Cash App. I got this damn shitty ass phone. My Cash App is fuck. I'm gonna just show it to you.
Yeah, just turn it around.
My Cash App is Montez the Don 305.
Hold on real quick. Hold on. All right, we got it. Montez the Don 305. Okay, got you. You got IG, Facebook, anything like that?
It's Trench Baby Montez. That's my Instagram.
You say what is it?
It's Trench Baby Montez. That's
Trench Baby?
Yeah, Montez. That's
Okay.
my Instagram.
Say less.
I throw parties for a living too.
Okay, well listen, man. Like I say, man, we really appreciate you.
Most definitely.
And we definitely wish you nothing but the best out here. All right.
Most definitely.
My God, man. Make sure you have a good one.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.